In this lecture video, we'll discuss few programs in Java which are based on finding the factors of a number. Programs like prime number, perfect number, pronic number. So these all programs require finding of factors. So let's see how to get factors of a number. First program, as you know that factors of a number means that any number if we enter, then the numbers by which that number is divisible, that is the factor, that is termed as factor of that number. This all you know, that factors starts from 1. 1 is a factor of every number, each and every number. So we start this loop from 1 and factors are till that number. So this loop will go from 1 to number. Now see this condition over here. If num percentile I is equals to 0, that means if we divide the number by this I, means first time this I is 1 and we get the remainder as 0, so it means that I is a factor of number. So similarly we'll print that this I is a factor of number. So first time it will say 1 is a factor of, let's say our number entered is 10. So it will print 1 is a factor of 10. Then when loop changes to 2, when the value of I becomes 2, again this condition will be satisfied and it will say 2 is a factor of 10. So this loop will go from 1 to 10 if we take the number as 10. This is how with this simple loop we can find out the factors. So this all you know that a scanner class has been used to enter a number from the keyboard, and the scanner class, this exists in this package java.util. So coming to the next program. Now here what we are doing, that when we check this condition and we get I as a factor, then we are storing here the number of factors. We are counting for the number of factors, as well as we want to print the sum of these factors. So whenever this condition is satisfied, our counter will be increased by 1. So this NOF being taken over here to get number of factors. Whenever this condition matches, this counter will be incremented by 1, as well as the particular factor will be added up to the sum. So in this for loop, again the loop is same. I will go from 1 to number. Whenever the condition is satisfied, we are increasing the counter by 1 so that we can get the number of factors as well as the sum of the factors. So sum plus equal to I means sum equal to sum plus I, and initially this sum is 0. Initially n of f is also 0. So whenever we get any factor, then NOF will be increased by 1 as well as we get the sum. And when this loop terminates over here, we can print both number of factors as well as the sum of the factors. Now this program is for prime numbers. Again for prime numbers we can apply this logic that we calculate the number of factors, and when we have these factors over here, we'll check here that if the number of factor is equals to 2, because we know prime number has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. So whenever we get a number as a factor, we'll increase the counter by 1. So NOF will contain the number of factors. When this loop terminates, we have to check here that whether this value is equals to 2 or not. If it is 2, means number of factor. If it is giving 2, it means that the number entered is prime, otherwise it is a composite number. So this program also has the same logic to get factors. Prime number is also based on this loop. Again this loop is same and this condition is same. Next is perfect number. For perfect numbers, what are the perfect numbers? Those numbers whose sum of the factors is equals to the number itself. Means to check for the perfect number, we have to calculate the sum of the factors. Like in our previous example, we have calculated sum. So initially I have taken SOF is equals to 0, means sum of factor any variable. Initially it is 0, and whenever this condition is satisfied over here, we'll increase SOF as SOF plus I. SOF plus equal to I means SOF is equals to SOF plus I, means we are adding the factors. Whenever we get I as a factor, that will be summed up into a variable called SOF. Now here notice this condition also. I less than num. We are not saying I less than equal to num, because if loop goes till number, then always we get sum greater than the number, because number itself is also a factor. So this you have to take count of, that when we are checking for perfect numbers, this loop should go 1 less than the number. So I will go from 1 to less than num. And finally when this loop terminates, we will check whether this sum of factors is equals to the number itself. If it is so, then the number is a perfect number, otherwise it is not a perfect number. Let's say for example you have 6. Factors of 6 will take 1, 2, 3, will not include 6. So when you add up 1, 2 and 3, you will get 6. So 6 is a perfect number. Coming to this last program, Pronic number. Pronic number are those numbers where the multiplication of consecutive factors is the number itself. Again, number is been taken here. We will enter some number. This number we have to check whether it is Pronic number or not. So suppose a variable is here Pronic, which is equals to 0 initially. That means we are taking that number is not Pronic. Now loop goes from here. If I multiply by I plus 1, means if the value of I is 1, initially 1, so 1 multiplied by 2, then 2 multiplied by 3. So this way we are checking if any of the consecutive factor is equals to the number itself. Like suppose our number is 12. When I is equals to 3, then I plus 1 will be 4. So 3 into 4 is number itself. 3 multiplied by 4 will be 12. So 3 and 4, they are the consecutive factors of 12. So we can say that 12 is a Pronic number. So whenever this criteria matches over here, Pronic will become 1. We'll change this value from 0 to 1, that we have found a number which is a Pronic number, and the program terminates over here itself. We don't have to go to the entire loop. Break this loop over here, and finally you can check for if the value of Pronic is 1, it means the number is Pronic, otherwise it is